Welcome, y'all. Episode 2 of the No Signal podcast. With your host, your boy, Mondo. You know what I mean. Fuck you mean. You know what it is, y'all. This past week, I've been busy. Real busy. That's why I didn't get the episode out like at least Thursday or Friday. I tried, but shit ends up coming up and my fucking schedule is all fucking tight because I'm working 12 hours and shit. And by the time I get home, I barely got shit to even wipe my ass and shit. So, so, so anyway, fucking, uh, we finna get into it already. This Kanye documentary. This Kanye documentary got to be the best thing to happen so far in 2022. First of all, episode 1, Vision. This is a bunch of rare, very rare footage. Very rare footage. You got cameos from a bunch of artists, a bunch of like as soon as you load in, it's Cootie talking and stuff. The cameraman, Channel Zero. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you see Mace. You see fucking. You see a young Kobe. Come on now, y'all know how I feel about Bean, the GOAT. But you get a little cameo from Kobe in the beginning. Come on, that's very rare. That's very rare. You a little swaggy. He's like, Channel Zero, son. You know what I'm saying? A little swaggy type shit. But but as soon as you like watch more, I got a detour real quick because it just keeps lingering in my head every time I speak on this documentary or Kanye, anything Kanye related. I was talking to this lady, I was talking to this girl one time, she's talking about the music all fast in the club, I guess she got to drink water because she's thirsty. No, I'm just playing, but I was talking to this girl and she was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching the Kanye documentary. Oh, I don't like him like that. Like, what you mean you don't like him like that? So you don't like fucking Can't Tell Me Nothing? You don't like Dark Twisted Fantasy? You don't like his old bangers, fucking All Falls Down? That All Falls Down, speaking of the first episode, All Falls Down, when he's making it, when he's making Jesus Walks, oh my god, I get chills, yo. I start getting like Trey Young, you know what I mean? I get the fucking chills, yo. Yo, cause just imagine I would fucking, you don't know what I do. Hey, you don't know what I do. You don't know how much, this is what I want to say. You don't know how much money I would pay just to even be in that room, just to like be in there, like just fucking, yo, crazy. Him making those beats, him showing that he made O3 Bonnie and Clyde in like 2002 or some shit. He was like playing the beat in front of Dame Dash, and or the whole. Oh, I'm getting too ahead of myself, but I would do anything like fucking bro. You know how much money I was spending getting in that room when Kanye is fucking in his zone creating like that and shit. It's just unbelievable, yo. It's crazy. But when he was going to the Rockefeller, label office and shit, and he would play these people All Falls Down before anybody else. Before anybody else. He was like the two ladies that he played it in front of. The first one didn't catch that what is it? Couldn't afford the cost, so she named the daughter Alexis bar. That bar, she didn't catch it the first time. It went over her head. It went over her head. But the second girl, she looked at dude, homeboy. She was like, Did you hear what he just said? He said couldn't the Lexus, she couldn't afford a car or something like that, and the daughter. And yo, that's crazy, fucking. And I seen a TikTok of another podcast, and the dude was all saying, "Oh, just think of uh how like how arrogant or whatever. I don't know if arrogant is the word, or like how rude. Yeah, rude. It was like rude of Kanye to go in this office and play the song in front of the ladies while they're at work. Like, bro, come on now. All their job is to listen to music, right? Rockefeller, like music. What do they do? Their job is to listen to music and get the next best thing. And this fool Kanye put himself out there, taking a big risk and shit, moving, from Chicago to New York, taking that big, big step and shit. Bro, come on now. And when he played those beats for Talib Kweli and Mos Def, with the braces still in, oh my gosh, yo, that fool was that fool was something else around that time. And as I was watching the documentary, I seen uh what is it, like him with the phone, flip phone, and I was like, yo, Kanye with the flip phone. I was like, yo, this is fucking, around, like, I'm living back in those times again. It's like I'm like reminiscing and shit. Cause I remember when fucking he dropped College Dropout. I remember when Game dropped the documentary Doctor's Advocate. I remember all that shit. It was fucking nice music. Late Registration. I'm getting sidetracked with the Game type shit. My bad. But yeah, the Kanye documentary. That shit's something else. That shit is something else. And the what is it? I think it was still the first one. I don't know if this is the first or second one. I think it's still the first one. When he met up with I think Scarface. Scarface, yeah. He met up with Scarface, and then he's like, "Oh, can you do the hook on this?" Or the chorus, not the chorus, the hook. He's like, "Oh, can you be the hook on this?" And then it was the Jesus Walks one. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, like that shit cool. Like you got another one." And then he played on Family Business. And then he was like, "Oh, like you could spit?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I spit." And then Kanye started rapping Family Business, the whole like first verse, like, "This is family business, and this is for the family that can be with us," like, sure, just going off, yo. Fucking love Kanye. And like, I guess this was Scarface didn't even like bother or some shit, but um there was another scene in the first part where Kanye got invited to a Rockefeller party in the city, and the narrator, Cootie, he was a cameraman. He was like, "Oh, sometimes it felt like Kanye was just a normal person, or like one of us," and then like the camera like turned, and he was just there by himself, like with his hands in his pockets, his hands in his pockets, like literally looking like everybody, like blending in and shit. And then you seen him walk past Jay-Z and shit, and then he was just, like, a little mad dogging and shit. He's like, "Oh, okay, shit, sign me, shit, if you like my beats, sign me." But the second one, the second episode, I think I like more, because that's when he starts, they actually show when he's making, certain songs on College Dropout and shit, and when he released the music video for Through the Wire. Excuse me, y'all. That's when they showed the music video for Through the Wire, and that was just it right there. I was like, yo, they're showing the making of Through the Wire, especially when it was D. Ray Davis. Because now you see D. Ray Davis, or like fucking obviously from In and Out. I'm In and Out, Wildin' Out. I'm talking too fast again. I need to, take my time and shit. I be talking too fast. And he was on Wildin' Out. That's where I knew him from, and I was like, oh shit. When I seen, well, I already knew because I already seen the Through the Wire music video back then. But looking at it now, I was like, oh shit, like that really was him. Like I forgot about that shit. Oh shit, hold on, let me fucking take this off. And especially in the second one when he was making Spaceship. Spaceship is one of my all time top three favorite Kanye songs. Because just his verse alone just outdoes everyone. Like what's his name? Consequence GLC. He just outdoes them two. He just goes off. Especially when he's like, if my manager assaults me again, I will be assaulting him. After I fuck the manager up, then I'm going to shorten the register up. Like, he just fucking is on another level back then. My bad if I keep like cutting off like when I talk, cause I just got cotton mouth for real. I think I need water. I need to stop drinking on this fucking Modelo over here and shit. Hey, it's Saturdays. You can't blame me. You can't blame me. It's a Saturday after a long 12 hours a day week of work. I need a fucking 3-pack and shit. But back to this fucking podcast documentary and shit. Because I keep getting sidetracked. I need to stop doing that shit. But, yeah, slowly but surely the album was coming together. And the third one was just like the third episode, Awakening. It was just too, like in the beginning, it was too like fast. Because, well, obviously they showed like the years and stuff. But they could have showed more like behind the scenes footage from those years. Or just like a little like extend like put like little clips out like in between, and shit. Because I really wanted to see around the time him and Jay-Z made Watch the Throne, when he made Yeezus, when he made fucking, oh well, they showed when him and Kid Cudi was making Kids See Ghosts. Oh man, just seeing Kid Cudi, I was like, yo, fuck you, Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi was actually the first concert I went to in 2011. Man on the Moon tour. Played all the fucking bangers off Man on the Moon. Favorite concert right there. One of them. It's up there for sure. But the third one, the last episode, it was just like a bunch of like we seen Kanye like change, like after after his mom passed away. He was just going off at the concerts. Or no, this was this after The Life of Pablo? I don't even know. This has got to be like Yeezus type shit, I think it was. Or I don't know when it was. But either way, it was just crazy to see him fucking like wilding out at the shows and shit. Just talking crazy. Not talking crazy, but at the same time, like, spazzing out. And, once you see the first two parts, like if you're not if you only know Kanye as he is now, then the first two parts are going to explain why the third part is why it is. You know what I mean? Because you see him like spazzing out and shit, like I don't even know, but he starts like, like getting into this. Oh, why do you think this is this? Oh, because this is this. Oh, because this is this. Then we should do this. Oh, why aren't you doing this? Like, I feel like that's how he think or thought at the time. Because now he seems like, he's happy. He's in a good state of mind. Because after Donda, I was like, oh, okay, like this is, this is some music I could listen to on the daily. Because Praise God, which is his most famous recent song, like TikTok song and all that shit, it's so fucking catchy. Especially Baby Keem's part. Baby Keem's verse. I love when he says, "Bada da boom, bada da boom, bada da bing." I don't know why, the way he just put it in a song, just so like, especially like it goes on the beat. That's just, it's catchy. I don't know why. And I be catching myself like at moments be saying like, "Let's get right, let's get right," just like random shit. Uh, but yeah, as far as the Kanye documentary, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's up there with the documentaries I've seen in my life. I haven't got, well, I got a chance to see a good handful of documentaries, but not like to see the best of the best. Like that Whitney Houston documentary. It's called Whitney. It's it's amazing. It's incredible. It really shows like behind the scenes footage. Oh, this picture, this was her like behind the scenes. Oh, this was her around this time. This is, it just starts like, oh, when she was younger and she was singing in church, and then she started like slowly but surely like singing out there and shit. She sings amazing, sung amazing, and it's crazy because a bunch of like people they don't know like how Whitney Houston is and shit, cause back then she was like real good. Even if you listen to her music nowadays, it's still real good. Anything old is real good. That's what I was talking about the other day. Like especially early 2000s, like R&B, rap, hip hop type shit. It goes. It goes. I don't care what anyone says. It goes harder than any shit put out today. And I say that and people think I'm like a old head or I don't want to adjust to the times. Like, no, the production back then is better than now. Especially you see like the mumble rappers and shit. But I'm not gonna get into all that shit because then it's a whole like uh, little debate and shit. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, anything that happened like earlier this week, you know, other than the Kanye documentary coming to an end, I just wanted to give my, final thoughts on that and shit. Like a little wrap up recap type shit. But in the news there was a MLB had a lockout. The MLB had a lockout. I guess they're not gonna resume the season. So I don't know. I don't really watch. To be honest with you, I don't really watch baseball like that. Um, I'm not a real fan of any team. Same thing with football. I would watch football, but baseball is like too slow for me. Especially me. Like I'm always like moving. Like I always got to be like doing something and shit or whatever. Like especially when if I'm sitting down, I'm like moving my legs and shit. Like right now, I'm moving my legs. Um, but other than that, like it's too slow. Like for me to watch. If I were to um like get invited to a game, I will go. I will watch it in person, and you know, I feel like it's kind of like fucked up in a way because they're that's their job and shit, and they're not gonna have a job this coming year, if you want to say, because that's what they're known for, baseball players and shit. But at the same time, it's kind of stupid because those fields and stadiums are just gonna they're just gonna be like abandoned for a whole year and shit. So all that, like, what do they even do with the staff and shit that you know got hired for those baseball events and shit? That's what I want to know, because that's pretty like dumb, because those fields and stadiums are meant to play baseball, and when baseball is not to be played, then you know those stadiums are gonna you know they're gonna fall apart, I guess. I don't know. I'm just I don't know. But it's weird because I remember when the NBA had a lockout and the players would still, they would still play basketball, but just not at like the practice facility. They'll go to like the Drew League and shit, Rucker, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll even play like over, not overseas. That's a little too much. They'll play like at the park and shit, just to waste time or wait and shit, or get like a fucking get a bunch of NBA players and just play in one gym and just play like that. But you can't do that with baseball and shit because it's I don't know, it's weird. Or can you do that with baseball if you have enough friends, go out there and fill up that field with fucking what you need and shit. Get the team you need. But that's I don't know where I'm going with this, but as far as the lockout, they they should just like come to an agreement to just like keep the season continued because like I said, those fields and stadiums are meant for that reason to play baseball, so why not continue the season? And if they don't, then they're gonna lose out on a lot of money. And, you know, can't be doing that shit. But in other news, basketball, KD made his return after being out for I want to say couple weeks, like a month and a half, gotta be. But anyway, well, a month and a half, yeah, type shit, almost two. Excuse me, goddamn, those tacos got me. Those tacos got me. KD return, dropped 31 4 and 4. I didn't see the highlights, but 31 4 and 4. He just he just picks up right where he leaves off, literally. When he came back from, I'm gonna go way back. I'm gonna go way back when it was what 2019. Yeah, 2019. 2018-19 season when Kawhi went to Toronto. The series Golden State had the series before the finals. I think it was against Houston, and that's when KD hit that shot over Iman Shumpert, and he tried to get back on defense, and he like kicked off or he pushed off on his leg too wrong, or too fast, too quick or whatever, and I feel like that's what like got his Achilles like it hyperextended type shit. You know what I mean? Because they didn't really want to rule it as a as a Achilles injury. So fucking sure enough, as soon as the finals come by, game five, KD goes out there trying to, you know, not close it out because it wasn't a closeout game yet. Trying to put the Warriors up in the series and shit. Cause wasn't it? I think it was 2-2, and I think it had to be 2-2, cause I think Toronto won that one, and then when they went to Golden State, they won Game 6. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Either that or it's gotta be racist. I'm just saying that. But fucking the team, let him come back and shit. What's wrong with my video right here? Um, I'm sorry, yo. Hold on before I get sidetracked. Um, like I said, they brought him back, and then that's when he, tore his Achilles in Game 5 right there, and that was fucked up on Toronto's part for cheering and shit. Cause even when it was that Houston game and he like hyperextended it, I want to say when that happened and he like looked back like if someone like kicked him and shit, I was like, no, no fucking way. And even Reggie Miller was on the call. He was like, oh, he probably tore his Achilles. I don't want to say, but it looked like he kind of tore his Achilles right there. Why do you think he looked back after? And I was like, no. And I low key wanted to tear up, and I was like, oh shit, like no fucking way, because it started like reminding me, like giving me flashbacks when Kobe tore his Achilles. And when Kobe tore his Achilles, I didn't like in the moment. I was like, oh, like it's all right. Like Kobe's, he's gonna sit out for a couple weeks and then he's gonna come back. I did not know how serious this Achilles injury is, but or it was. I didn't know how serious it was. So when he missed the whole next season, that's when I know I was like, yo, like this is fucking serious. So when that happened to KD, I was like, no fucking way. And but when he came back, yo, he literally picked up right where he left off in Brooklyn. He picked up like he started scoring like I think his first game back he scored like 20 or some shit. He had to have scored 20. But he was like progressing slowly but surely, started dropping 30-point games, 25-point games here and there and shit. But he'll still get injured here and there. Like, it'll just fuck up his momentum. And, well, after this injury, he came back 31, 4 and 4. What a fucking game. Good game, KD. Fucking love KD. Top. I feel like he's one of my top small forwards of all time. Top two for sure. Small forwards after LeBron, because LeBron's a good, one of the best small forwards ever. So I gotta put KD second. Um, and Pippen third. Pippen third. Do I want to say that? Because Pippen isn't really like an offensive type of player. He's more of a defensive type of player. But the rings and shit. KD two. Pippen three. But I feel like if Pippen was on a team by himself, then he wouldn't have that as much rings as he does now. Wait, Pippen has 6. The fuck am I saying 3? Thinking of Dennis Rodman. Wait, Dennis Rodman got 5. I'm just thinking of the three-peats at this point. Honestly. But I don't want to talk about this, but I have to talk about this. The Lakers, y'all. First off, I'm gonna start by saying, because I got like my list right here for shit to talk about, so I can keep it going, My little inspiration notes are here. But the Lakers, man, come on now. What the fuck is this? Like I said, first off, I was gonna start by saying good fucking win tonight. Tonight's a Saturday night. So a Saturday night, good fucking win tonight. We got the dub. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. But now I'm starting to do that. Instead of being like, yeah, this, I'm always like, like, I need to stop doing that shit. Cause I say that to like think like, oh, okay, what was I finna say? I was finna say this, and then this, and then, hey, honestly, let's take a quick minute right here. Let's take a quick minute before I get into this Lakers shit. I'll be hard on myself like I got a fucking boner. Bars. I be hard on myself like I got a fucking boner. Fuck you mean? I'm too much. I hate myself. I be doing stupid shit sometimes. All right. But hold on. Let me pull up my little handy dandy type shit over here. Let me get into some shit right here. Sorry, my bad if my screen's, making me look black right here. But I gotta see something real quick. Right now, the Lakers standings were 9th in the West. We're in the play-in tournament. We are, what is this? Got a 44 win percentage. We're 7 games below 500. We're our last 10. We're 3-7. We're 3-7. Just let that shit sink in. Niggas talk more than bitches these days. Who can get the pussy quicker these? Every time I say that word, just let that shit sink in. Every time I say let that sink in, I always think of fucking Drake's verse right there. Niggas talk more than bitches these days. Who can get the pussy quicker these days? Oh man. Before tonight's dub against the Warriors, Braun went off for fucking 50. Braun went off for fucking 50. What, 2? How much he got tonight? 56. This fool went off for 56. His career high is 61. His career high is 61. He had 52 tonight. And we barely won by not even double digits. Not even double digits. We barely won by 8. 8. Curry had what? 30? Yeah, Curry had 30. Hold on, let me see this shit real quick. Curry had 30. Otto Porter had 10. Oh, fucking, that don't even matter. Andrew Wiggins had 14. Curry 30. Kuminga 18. Jordan Poole 23. That's solid. Braun 56, obviously. Westbrook 20. 24 and 4. Yeah, 24 and 4. Monk had 12. Reeves 10. Fucking love Reeves. Reeves hustles. For real. Carmelo 14. Come on now. But I want to get into this. This is the thing I want to get into. Our game the other night. What? I think it was against the Pelicans. It was against the Clippers. It was against the Clippers. Let me see if my calculations is right. The Clippers, yo. We lost to the Clippers by 21. By 21. We're losing to them by 30 at one point. In the third quarter, they went on a 40-18 run. 40-18 run. You know how bad that is? Especially when we was just coming out halftime. What was the score? Like 63-66? Come on now. We was right fucking there. 3 points away from tying it. And fucking, once you tie it, like it's anybody's game. Anyone's game. So fucking, for us to go down that bad in the third quarter, then there's no point for me to even watch the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? But you got fools like on a TNT and shit. Charles Barkley, fucking Shaq, Kenny, Ernie. Ernie's, good. Kenny, good. Well, they all good. Everyone's good. Like, but Charles Barkley, yo, this fool said that, like, he was dissing heavy, calling the Lakers, the basketball team of Southern California and all this shit. Like, no, we the Lakers. The fucking Clippers are the basketball team of Southern California. Fuck you mean? Like, they should be fucking the basketball team of fucking Seattle. The Clippers need to move to Seattle before they build that fucking arena in Inglewood and shit or whatever they talking about. Got me over here spitting and shit. It's facts. For real. We lost to the Mavericks. We should have won that one. Luka went off for, what, not even 30, 25. But he was just shitting on Braun, yo. He was shitting on Braun. He wanted that ISO. That's what I love about Luka. He loves that ISO. He loves to, like, pick, just break you down, pick pieces of you down. Like, oh, he'll do a little jab step. Oh, okay, you biting? No. Oh, okay, then I'm finna do this, type shit, And we lost to the Pelicans. We got smacked by the fucking Pelicans, yo. This was CJ McCollum 22, Braun 32. We still lost. But I'm finna say this. Fuck, um, looking at our last 10 games and all that shit. I'm finna say this. I seen a report saying that the Lakers are pushing Westbrook to come off the bench. Give me LeVar Ball's fucking hat talking about I told you so. On everything I love, yo. On everything I love, it was last year, around Christmas time. Cause I remember I went on Christmas Day? It's gotta be Christmas Day or fucking Thanksgiving type shit. But either way, around that time, around that that time and shit, the Lakers were still struggling as they are now. We was like in and out, above, below 500, 50, at 500 and shit, or going back below at 500, below, back and forth. My bad, y'all. Goddamn tacos. But like I was saying, I was in the barbershop, yo. I was telling these niggas, yo, this fool Westbrook got to come off the bench. What? What? Even in the comments, I will comment in on IG. I'll put my IG in the description so you guys could peep that. But I would tell these fools like, yo, Westbrook got to come off the bench. That's it. Like, he's got to come off the bench. And they're like, oh, you fucking stupid. Oh, you don't know about basketball. You just you a casual. You a casual type shit. And I'm like, casual? Like, fuck. Like, nah, bro. Fucking Westbrook needs to come off the bench. Like, fuck you talking about? In order to make the team better, he needs to come off the bench. Because Westbrook, I feel like he plays better with role players and not star players. Why do you think? Well, obviously he was doing good as fuck when KD was there, but why do you think that they what is this shit? What is this shit? Back then, Westbrook and KD, they knew their roles. Okay, KD's gonna put in the work. Westbrook's gonna be the the facilitator and shit, the passer and shit. Why do you think he got so much triple doubles? Because he was always hustling, doing this, doing that, and just more active. I don't like, as I'm saying, because KD and Westbrook knew their roles. So when KD left, Westbrook took over that leadership spot, the face of the team. So when they got fools like Sabonis, Oladipo, Singler, fucking Kyle Singler, out of everybody, I think it was Kyle Singler or some other like, white folk and shit. But anyways, when he was on that team, it was just, this was before, like I said, before anybody knew who Oladipo and uh Sabonis were. They were just role players at the time and shit, barely coming in the league and shit. So Westbrook like just put him in the right position, like right spots at the right time, and that's when he started averaging triple doubles up the ass and shit. A whole 2 years, 3 years. Oh my gosh, yo. I just want to say Westbrook is the most slandered MVP ever. 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 Him and Kobe. Him and Kobe. Straight up. Straight up. Westbrook and Kobe, the top two most slandered MVPs. Cause you see Westbrook, and obviously he's not a shooter. He's not a shooter these days and shit. Back then he was. He was going for 50-point games, 40, 50-point triple doubles and shit. Come on, man. You can't fucks with that. You can't fucks with that. You can't slander that shit. You just can't. Cause this was already made history. The most triple doubles of all time ever. Like nobody thought they would ever be Oscar Robinson's record, but Westbrook comes along, and you make him you throw him in there with role players. That's what he's finna do. And after that, he got like, I feel like he got their like their recognition. You know, Sabonis and Oladipo, because everybody knew them, but they was just role players. Obviously, Oladipo had some moments with the Magic and shit, but it wasn't, you know, the same as uh what is it, like Oklahoma City with Indiana type shit. My bad, my mind just spaced out right there. I just blacked out for like a cool minute. I forgot I was even still alive right there. But anyways, like I was saying, that's all I'm gonna say. Westbrook, the most slandered MVP. And I told these motherfuckers, I was like, yo, Westbrook needs to come off the bench. He plays better with role players. You can't have Braun. I said this in the first episode. You can't have Braun and Westbrook on the floor at the same time. Two pass first players, it's not gonna work. And now the Lakers are pushing it, and I'm just like, yo, what did I tell these niggas? What did I tell these people? For real. I been said this. And then now, like, now I seen in the comments, everybody's like, "Oh, good, like that's a good decision and shit." Come on, bro. If I would have said this shit last year, you would have thought I was tripping. And I did say this shit last year. You thought I was tripping, and now that it's happening, come on now. Come on now. You can't fucks with me. I know what the fuck. I know how this shit's gonna go down. Let me take a minute, yo. Let me take a minute to chill, relax real quick, you know. I was asking one of the homies in Discord, like a question and shit. I hear on the podcast All the Smoke. Shout out All the Smoke. I love that podcast, man. And what was it? Yo, this video is taking forever to load. My bad, yo. I'm posting right now as we speak. But anyways, I asked the homie. I was like, "Yo, you and 5 guests, dead or alive, who is joining you at your dinner at your dinner table?" Blah, at your dinner table. And he was like, "Oh, well, this guy, this guy." And I was like, oh, "All right, who else?" And then he was like, that's a hard question." And it is a hard question because shit, there's so much, like, bunch of dead people who inspired, you know, especially people these days who inspired type shit. But I told the homie, I was like, "Yo, my top 5 were." I'm gonna tell y'all my top five, because this is how I feel at the moment. Kobe for sure. Kobe for sure. No fucking question. And Jay-Z. Gotta be Jay-Z. Fucking love Jay-Z. And who else did I say? Jim Carrey. I said Jim Carrey. Dave Chappelle. I gotta have Dave Chappelle. And I told them Bob Lazar as my last one. I think Bob Lazar was cool because I remember I heard or I seen his little Netflix special and shit. That supposedly he used to work at Area 51 and he stole something from there. And they want to go to his house to check that shit. And they didn't find nothing, so they don't know if he's got it like locked up like very secretively and shit. But that's crazy. Those are my top five right now. That's how I'm feeling right now in the moment. But yeah, I need a haircut. Your boy need a haircut. I was at the barber shop like 2 weeks ago and shit. And my barber was talking crazy, yo. My barber was talking crazy. This fool was saying some shit. He was like, "Oh, like Eminem, he what is that shit? He said 8 Miles fake and all this shit." And I was like, 8 Miles fake? And he's like, "Yeah, there ain't no way he did those rhymes and all this shit." And I was like, or he's like, "Oh, there ain't no way he came up like that." And I was like, looking at him like, "Bro, what the fuck? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro." And I was like, but I started, getting on his ass. I was like, "Bro, no way. It's." I was like, "No." I was like, "No shit, it's fake. That's why he's acting. He's acting, bro." And then he'll just be like, "Oh well, nah, it's fake. Nah, it's fake. Eminem's trash. All this shit." Bro, what the fuck? This was talking about Eminem trash. Bro, Eminem is top. I want to say top five, because every time I hear his music, I just feel like, like fucking. I want to fucking scream. Like I want to rap his lyrics like at the top of my lungs and shit. Especially his song "Kill You." Bitch, I'ma kill you. Like I want to scream that so bad every time I hear that shit. Like, there's no way I can't listen to that song and not like get hyped. He's like, "Bitch, I'ma kill you like a murder weapon. I'ma conceal you." Oh man, just the bars in that song. I feel like that song gives me like that hype feeling, but at the same time, lyrically wise, it gives me that same feeling to like Kanye's late song on Late Registration, cuz it's just constant like bars after bars that it's just like, like the punchlines are just, oh, it's just hitting you, and it's just like, fuck, like this is a good song. Especially that on that late track, on Late Registration, Kanye, he's like, ah ha 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 ha, like he does that little laugh and shit. Fucking love that laugh. Ah ha 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 ha. And then it's like, "I'll be late for that," and then the fucking that high pitched that. Oh man, I love that shit. Fucking love that song. But like I was saying, oh man, I want to call this fool up so bad right now and just tell this fool, like, just tell him off. I just want to tell that fool off real quick, like, "Yo, you on my podcast right now? What do you got to say for yourself?" Oh man, I'll be joking too much. I'll be fucking around. The other way, the fucking other day, the other day I was thinking of some fucking like, when you're just like you have nothing to think about, so you just think about old memories, and once you do, you start getting into the funny ones, and then you just start like cracking up, and people are just looking at you like, "What the fuck?" Like that's how it was at work the other day, because I said like, "Oh, like what the fuck," in my head, and then it made me like think the way my mom says that shit, like, cause she be saying that shit so fucking funny. She'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, oh, like the way she be cussing, she'd be like, "Shut up, yeah, shut the fuck up." Oh man, yo, I love my mom. I love my mom. That shit's too funny. Oh man, I had a boogie. That's nasty. All right, yo. I got caught off on a bitch. I think I'm gonna end this video right here. I think I'm gonna end the podcast right here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. There will be more episodes coming out little by little, cause I'll be wanting to get shit off my chest and shit, you know, vent to people type shit. But I don't feel like the topics that are in my life right now are like be are like ready to be put out there like that type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm in this video saying this: do whatever makes you happy. On some real shit. Do whatever makes you happy. Make the decisions that you want to. You might hurt feelings in the way, but at the same time, you're looking out for yourself. And honestly, when you die, all you have is yourself. And that's it. Not to be like, oh, like, whoa, that was deep. But nah, like, this is like real shit. Be happy. Make this, like, yeah, I'm looking straight in the camera. Be happy. Do whatever makes you happy. Live your life. You know, you're still young. Just, you know, wherever God takes you. That's it. Where to Kanye? Jesus walks. Jesus walks. On everything, man. For real. Be happy. Do you. You know, just be that light. Just be that light. And just, honestly, fuck everybody. How I used to end my videos on my other channel or some shit. Honestly, fuck everybody. Honestly. Not to be like negative and shit, but just, you know, there be those certain type of people you see in life where you're just like, yo, like, you can't be real. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot, like, criminals and shit, like serial killers. Like, yo, you are not real. You can't, you know, be doing that shit. Like, that's inhumane. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to be like, oh, like, people are inhumane that I know, but it's just like, yo, like, you gotta be like here to be fucking with me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be here to like test me, type shit. You gotta be here to like. It's hard to say. You gotta be like you. You can't be here, like, fucking with me, yo. You gotta be like a fucking test and shit. Come on now. Come on now. This shit just blows my mind. My fault, yo. Goddamn. Yeah. Goddamn. Yawning like a motherfucker. But yeah, man. I'm gonna just end it with that. Seriously. Just be you. Just be you. And this is a message for myself in the future so I can look back on this and, you know, just cheer myself up. Be you, man. Just fuck everybody. Just do the right thing. Make the right choice. Say what you have to say. Say what's on your mind. Just no regrets. Just life is, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, just go with the flow wherever God takes you, honestly. And that's how I've been living my life. But I realized, like, God can't, like, you know, put me in positions I can't handle. Because I've been, like, you know, I've been through some shit. Not been through some shit, but, like, adult life. I've been, like, you know, like, barely making money to pay bills. Fucking barely making money to fucking buy food. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, barely fucking making it in a fucking, you know, back when I used to work a warehouse job, I was barely making it and shit, barely paying bills and shit. So, but now I'm paying bills. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm set. Oh man, fucking life's good right now. Life is good right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Just live your life, man. Everyone, ladies, live your life. Fellas, you know what you're doing. I'm in this podcast right here because I feel like this is the right time to end it. So, episode 2, No Signal Podcast with your boy Mondo. You know what it is. You know what I mean. Fuck you mean. Your boy Mondo, man, for real. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good shit. Share if you have a friend that I know. Yeah. put me on. I just kidding. But yeah, just share it. I'm probably gonna put clips of this on TikTok and shit. So to get my name out there, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. 2022, nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing but self promotion, self care. Uh, just work on myself, man. Honestly, need to work on myself because you can't love anyone else without loving yourself first. Honestly, pretty deep shit. I know. Mondo getting deep late on the podcast, but that's what it is. Uh, it is what it is, yo. Fucking be like I said. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.